what makes a great college town? How would you design the town around Pate State? Well, that's a very good way to word the follow-up there. How would you design the town around Pate State? To me, what makes a great college town is I ask myself a few questions. First question, is the university the heartbeat of the town? If you took the university out of the town, would the town cease to exist? Auburn, Alabama wouldn't be there if it weren't for Auburn University. Athens, Georgia is not there if it's not for the University of Georgia. But Columbia, South Carolina is there. Even if you remove the University of South Carolina, it wouldn't be the same town. I got you on that part. But Baton Rouge, Louisiana would be there if it weren't for LSU. That's why I view Athens and Auburn as more college towns than, say, Columbia or Baton Rouge. Columbus, Ohio is still there, even if Ohio State is not, although Columbus, Ohio is made all the better because of Ohio State. The Ohio State. Shame on me. So the first thing is, yes, the university has to be the heartbeat. It has to be what the rest of the town just kind of orbits around. Secondly, when I walk down the street, how informed is the average citizen in that town on the inner workings of the university, athletically and otherwise? How much can they tell you about the school? Because if I walk down the street, for example, in those college towns, I'm mentioning ones in the South because I grew up in the South. If I walk down the street, if I go to Toomer's Corner in Auburn, Alabama, everybody there knows things about Auburn. Even if they didn't go there, they're not employed there, even if they just work at a gas station there, if they work at a Shell station, on the corner of College and Magnolia, they will still know things about Auburn because you can't live in Auburn, Alabama and not know about Auburn. But if you live in Austin, Texas, you could live there and not really care at all about University of Texas. Just happens to be where you reside. The third thing is, do people nationally correlate the town with the university? So this is probably the best test, to be honest with you. If I were to ask someone in Charlotte, North Carolina, they have to be college fans, I guess, but what do you think when you think Lincoln, Nebraska? They're going to say, oh, that's where the University of Nebraska is. But if I ask someone in Charlotte about Los Angeles, they won't mention USC or UCLA in their top 10 list of feedback of impressions they have about LA. So I want the reputation nationally of the town to be centered around the university. I want the town itself to be centered around the university. And then certainly the average citizen there, it has to be so ingrained in the DNA and the culture that even the average citizen, no matter if they're connected to the university or not, feel connected to the university. That is what makes a college town. And that's why I don't like neutral site games, with very few exceptions, because I like going to college towns in the fall. And I also think that it's something unique we have. Everybody can have a stadium in a big city. Every big city has big stadiums. Every big city has pro sports teams. But, you know, in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Bama's what they got. In Knoxville, Tennessee, Tennessee football's what they got. That is a good thing. That's a unique thing to our sport. It's why you should never be leaving campuses to go play football games. This is not Major League Baseball. They don't give you 162 of them a year. You don't get 81 home games a year. You get 7 maybe, 8 if you schedule really aggressively. So have them on campus, especially if you're in a college town.